welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday, February 16th in Central California. Looks like a spring day. Spring is coming early this year, unfortunately, because that means the heat is right around the corner. Project today is to finally get this cattle fence as a trellis for this vine here. And I've been putting it off for quite a while. I just put up the other one yesterday. So I'm going to go through the process of putting this up. I'm repurposing some T-posts, and there's a few things I need to do to prep before I can use them. So here we go. All right, so as you can see here, look down the length of that. It's pretty crooked in both directions. But these are malleable posts, meaning that they can flex without breaking. So put her in the old vise, bend it back. And it doesn't need to be perfect, but it would be nicer than the way it is now. And the reason it is that way is I use them for staking tomatoes and getting them back out after a season. You know, rather than digging it completely out, I guess it's a lazy way, but I just wobble it back and forth, in this case a little bit too much. Again, it doesn't take that much to bend them reasonably straight. This direction's a little tougher because it has this spine behind it. Actually, that went over too much. Okay, that's better. Get a little right in here. Almost there. Yeah, it's close enough. Much better than it was. All right, let's do the next one. Yeah, this one's got a good dog leg to it. This is going to take a two-part bend here. That is, if I can. All right, now it's just got the one bend, I believe, mostly. So the trick is going to be getting it to where it needs to be to bend it. I don't know if this is far enough up the length. or not. That's a lot better. Problem is it's bent in 2 dimensions. Yeah, I need to grab it further up here because the bend is right over in here somewhere. Bending too much here. I got to be able to, I'm going to have to rotate the device. This vise has teeth on it at the base so that once you tighten these down, it engages the teeth so it doesn't slip, so it just doesn't rely on friction. I've had ones that just rely on friction and they slip no matter how tight you make it. So it's nice to see this Pony, this, I think Chinese made, but Pony brand vise has that feature. Well, that's a lot better. So now it needs to be bent the other way, right in this area. Thing is, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Might have to push it instead of pull it. If there's a room here, so I got to get my ladder out of the way. This one was really bad. Well, for our purposes, I think it's enough. Most of the bend will be very low to the ground. As long as it goes in relatively straight, it's just holding up a cattle fence. So now for the final one. Those are the only two. The third one's pretty straight. So let's get to the job. Back. Alright, so there it is. It's attached to there pretty well. Just need to probably lean this other trellis in towards it because the plant is already established on it. It's dormant right now, just starting to leaf out here. Some of it's dead, but it has crawled around this, and I don't think I can unravel it without damaging it. I haven't tried that. Maybe if I trim off some of these pieces, I might be able to get that, because I'd like to get this pretty nice little trellis out of here and just get it trained onto this cattle fence. So anyway, that's the next step. This is secured. I'll pick up the cactus pieces and get picked up. Is there a faster way? Sure. Fencing pliers, clips that are made to attach very quickly. But those cost money, and I already have this galvanized wire. So again, I'm repurposing, just like the T-posts. I'm repurposing. These were used actually before my tomatoes, about 6-7 years ago. I was a Cub Scout leader, Cub Master, and we had to do different sporting things in the summertime, and I used these to create a effect. And I made a point of mentioning these needles on this cactus. See if I can get a good close-up. So if you see my finger next to it, that's actually a big one. We go up here to this one and see how tiny they are. Smaller than a syringe needle. And you back into these and you know it later. You don't know right away. You might feel a little prickle, but they detach and cling into you, and then they just break off when you try and scrape them out of you. So you have to just grow out of them. But it's an awesome plant, and as long as you keep your distance, you're good. I'm going to show you the scale of this plant, which I think is awesome. My wife doesn't like cactus much, but and this is probably one of the reasons why. Doesn't like to get stuck. Dogs are getting a little playful back there. Doesn't sound like it, but they do this all the time. Anyhow, this is a scale. I'm 6 foot tall, and this thing has grown to this height in 3 or 4 years. Got it from my next door neighbor. His grew over, piece broke off and fell over the fence. So it sat there for quite a while, and then I decided to plant it because I think it's cool. It kind of looks prehistoric to me. So I put it in the ground. There's no roots or anything. Just dig a hole, stick a piece of it at the narrow end down on the ground. And that's what I did here, and it just took off. So here in California, in high desert, it grows well. And these are the ones that have the blooms that turn into a red fruit. And also you can eat the petals when they're young. They'll be coming up here in spring. Nopales, you'll see in some stores now. And they're just a crunchy like vegetable and supposed to be very healthy for you. But I just like the look of it. I think it's cool. So, all right, I'm going to start trimming on this vine here and get it wrapped onto the new trellis. Looks like this other leg of it died. It wasn't doing too well last year. A lot of heat and maybe not enough water. So it looks like, I don't know how brittle this is going to end up being. I think the hard part's going to be getting it down here as it gets longer to unwind all this without breaking it. It really did spiral a lot around this one part. Midday sun, morning sun gets blocked by my trees. The one on the other end of the yard gets more sun and it's doing fine, but this one's struggling. I'm not sure if this one's going to work here anyway. I might have to put something different. As it's gotten longer now, it's gotten easier. I have more room to flex. Last spiral. There we go. This was a commercially bought trellis. It's actually pretty good quality. Looks like it's powder coated. And I'll have to find something that doesn't get as big to go on it. And it just snapped. So that's probably going to be it for it. I mean, it's still connected. I guess we'll see if it'll survive here. It is going to be the growing season. Maybe it will hang on by a thread. Funny how it decided to crack then. Just a little too much flexing. So we'll know in a couple days if this survives. That's it. There's its little stem coming out of the ground. Really can't see where it cracked, but it cracked. You can see how curly it is here. It's now starting to leaf out. Otis likes to be close at hand. Otis. Otis, say hi to everybody. The bamboo I'm talking about. I love bamboo. It is a clumping bamboo, so it spreads, but nothing like the running bamboo that runners under the ground like Bermuda grass. This goes in clumps, so it has a cluster of areas like you can see there, and it sends just a little offshoot off the root, and it sends up another one. So yes, it does spread, but it spreads very slowly. It's easy to control, as opposed to a running bamboo variety that you have to be diligent in keeping it from being invasive. Or it would just, if I planted it like this, it would be in my next door neighbor's yard in the following year, and it would be a nuisance. This beautiful. I do use it for minor things, construction things. It's fairly thick-walled. I've got a lot of it. I need to learn more about how to use bamboo to make it into other things, because it's a free resource and it's beautiful. This is tall. It's probably 16 feet tall or so. There's Oliver. He's taking his afternoon siesta. That blob in the grass is Sasha. And it looks like Major's over on the patio. Hanging out on the bed. Hi, Major. Well, that wraps it up for this video on Sunday, February 16th. Got this completed. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit like, and if you like what I do, hit subscribe. And I really appreciate you coming here, dropping by my channel, and we'll see you on the next job.